Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. 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 Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Happy up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
Alright, man. Let's get right into it, man. You know, I told you we was doing a part 2, man. And we sitting in the Shadow Gallery. If y'all need some tattoos, make sure you check out my guy, Benny Blanco, as we call him. For them nice tattoos, man, hit him up. Ink Inspiration 718 at the Shadow Gallery.
For sure.
Right on the top floor of Tom, Dick, and Harry's, right? And if you want some gear, you go downstairs. Right? The gear Tom, Dick, and Harry's.
Cop the Jordans 2 weeks before they came out.
Facts.
What's up, world? It's your boy, Glenn Pooh Harding. We in Brooklyn. Best Star, that is. At the world's famous Tom, Dick, and Harry's. Y'all know what it is, man.
So crazy, it's what I live for, crazy.
It's so real, fuck 'em.
I've been making moves on a poppy, you with it then copy. I'll be a doormat cause your format is sloppy. And he's so amazing, angels is hating, dudes losing patience, fuck 'em, keep waiting. Tard is the gift.
709 Broadway. You're gonna go check out my guy, Benny Blanco.
The #1 tattoo gallery in New York City. You heard?
Let's go upstairs and check it out. Vintage art everywhere. Vintage toys, vintage games. Look at that. That Pac-Man right here. Locked and loaded. Y'all come through. Y'all know what it is. Shadow Gallery 718. It's your boy Glenn Pooh Harding. Basketball heads. Back at you. Peace.
See? That's what you're talking about when you talking about Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn's finest. And we got one of them right here, New York City legend, Lenny Cooke, man.
Part 2.
Facts, man. We went to your neighborhood, man, and I thought that was dope, man. But there was some more things, you know, I wanted to ask you about your journey, right? And getting to the point that we are at right now. We talked about the money situation, right? And how kids getting paid for the NIL deals now.
Yeah.
All right? At your time in the space that you was in, how important was the money situation and you getting to that bag early for your services?
I mean, I just feel like, come on, man. Everybody that comes from where we come from, our goal or our dream is to make sure that we get our family out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? And I was blessed with an opportunity to buy my mom a house. You know what I'm saying? It was different. We didn't have NIL. We didn't have... It could have messed me up. You know what I'm saying? Taking money from agents, which it did mess me up. Let me rephrase that, because at the end of the day, back in those days, once you sign with an agent and you take money from an agent or whatever, it messes up your eligibility for college. You know what I'm saying? So once Coach Jarvis got fired from St. John's, my son was getting ready to be born in 2000. And it was a big decision that I had to make, you know what I'm saying? And I had to choose the route of taking the bread and signing with an agent, because I felt like at that moment, take it now, because I don't know what tomorrow brings. You get what I'm saying? So, you projected to be such and such. You're going to be drafted or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it was just more so of me making sure that I secure the bag and be able to do what's right for my family.
From the outside looking in, a lot of people, was, word on the street was like, Lenny greedy, he just want the bread, but they don't know what you got going on. They're not walking in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? So when you're young and you got to make a decision to take care of your family, I think that's the best route you got to go by. Right?
I mean, I was raised by my father and my mother. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a hard-working guy. My mom, she was a housewife for real. You know what I'm saying? And my dad, he taught me how to be a man. Provide for your family by all means. And at that point in time in my life, it was like, yo, from coming from nobody to being able to jump into a big bag like that, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like at that time it was the right moment for me to show my family, like, this is what I'm here to do, and I want to make sure that we all are okay. You know what I'm saying? That little bit of change, it didn't last. It ran out, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? And that was most important to me. I don't care how nobody else felt about it.
Facts. And you got to buy your mom a house.
I accomplished one of my goals in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that nobody can take from me when it comes to that. You know what I mean? I don't care how you feel. I did what I thought was right for me and my family.
I hear you talking about hip hop, right? Because, you was on point with, that Jay-Z fact being, in Tom, Dick, and Harry's.
Yeah.
And you was like, yo, make sure we get some space for Big.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what does hip hop mean to you, man? And what were some of your greatest inspirations in the music game?
I mean, I just feel like I'm a music connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a family that loved music. My grandmother loved the Temptations, Babyface, the Isley Brothers. Like, I grew up in that kind of family. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop is part of basketball, man. And once I started going to St. John's games and all of that, man, I seen Jay-Z. I met Jay-Z. I was around, like I said, DJ Clue. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around music for a long time. I got an ear for it. You know what I'm saying? My son, he's DJing now. He got an ear for it. So it's just like, it's part of us. And it makes us feel good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it tells stories of who not only they are, but we can relate because we be listening to shit like, damn, we going through the same situations. Whether it's true or false, what they saying, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, I can relate to that. And I just feel like it's part of our culture.
All right. Top 5 MCs.
Of all time. To me.
To you.
Jay is number 1. Now, people get mad at me because Jay is the greatest of all time to me, but he's not my favorite rapper. Ooh, you get what I'm saying? So, but he, lyricist to me, number 1.
Okay.
Big.
Yeah.
Pac.
Okay.
Jadakiss. Fab.
Ooh, that's nice.
But Fab is my favorite rapper of all time.
Brief or song, salute
You know
Fab.
So I'm biased.
Right.
But that's my favorite rapper of all time. The swag. He's one of the only rappers that survived the snap music, went gold during the snap music era with all of that, lean with it, rock with it, all of that. Like, so, like, I just feel like he's different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm different.
Who are some of the guys that you looked up to, right? When we're talking about just basketball, period. Like, who are some of your favorites, some of your go-to? Like, okay, I'm going to take a little bit from him. I'm going to take some from him. Like, what was it like for young Lenny?
So when I was playing, when I first started playing and started being recognized and all of that, I took pieces from Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady, a little bit from KG, when it came to the streets, like that's just NBA players. Because I looked up to more people that played street ball, you know what I'm saying, than I did to an NBA player, because that's where really my recognition came from.
Okay.
So it was guys that motivated me, like Half Man, Half Amazing, Escalade, God bless his soul, you know what I'm saying? God bless his soul, Ali Mo. The guards, I can go to the Abe Butters, the Kareem Reeds, the Futures, the list goes on, you know what I'm saying? And those guys motivated me but also mentored me, you know what I'm saying, to be great in New York City, you know what I'm saying? They took me under their wing. So it's more so I rather say street ball legends than anybody that played in the NBA, because those guys that took me under their wing and showed me like, yo, this is our city, this is our town, and we're going to show that New York City has the best basketball players.
So when Lenny was like, you know, I'm talking like the third person, right? Like you're not sitting right here.
Nah.
Young Lenny, right?
Yeah.
Right? Playing in high school, you say you bounced around to a few schools.
I went to a lot of schools.
I know you went to LaSalle first.
I started at LaSalle.
Right?
Correct.
And what was the next school after that?
Old Tapan. I went from
Tapan,
Old Tapan. I left Old Tapan. I went to Demarest. I left Demarest. That's when I went to Michigan, when I got with the agent that I was represented by. And then I went to Flint Central High School in Michigan, and then I went to Matador High School in Michigan.
Do you think during all your travels you was getting a lot of bad advice to move from school to school to school? Or was this opportunity?
I don't think it was bad advice. I just think it was just me not knowing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was unstable. You know what I'm saying? Like kids today, not even just, I'm not even going to put it on the kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put it on the adults, because it's more so, yo, you my kid. You can't go nowhere else. I wasn't blessed with that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It was whatever decision Lenny wanted to make, that's what he made. And that's what he did. And I stood on it.
Who was the lady you stayed with in Jersey? I don't know her name, and I don't want to be disrespectful.
No, Debbie Bortner.
Yes.
Yeah.
How important was she in your life?
She was very important. There would be no Lenny Cooke if it was no Debbie Bortner. You know what I'm saying? She was very important. It still is to this day, whether she know it or not. You know what I'm saying? She tried. She tried. I was just a dog that got off the leash. You know what I'm saying? If she would have knew how to handle me as a child and didn't just let me roam, I would be more successful. You know what I'm saying? She gave me everything I needed. She gave me every tool I needed to do a job. She put me in the right positions, and I just made the choices that I wanted to make without knowing that she did have my best interest.
How did you meet her?
Goes back to Mr. Tyrone Green, God bless his soul, who was my first coach. Like, so her son played with the Panthers, and me and him became like brothers. You know what I'm saying? So my parents was ready to leave to go back to Virginia because they didn't want to be in New York no more. And I begged my parents, like, yo, it's no opportunity for me down there. So my parents ended up, my dad didn't want me to go. You know what I'm saying? My dad, like, hell no. And my mom is like, yo, if this is going to make him a better person, or this is what he want to achieve, or these is his goals. And my dad, he ended up bowing down, you know what I'm saying? And they allowed me to stay in Jersey and go to school with her, you know what I mean, and live with her and give her guardianship and all of that, you know what I'm saying, because of the opportunities that could be presented for me.
How did you meet? Like, you met her.
So it goes back, like I said, it goes back to when Jeff Farley took me to try out for the Long Island Panthers. Her son was already playing for the Long Island Panthers.
So that was the connection right
That was
there.
the connection right
Okay.
there. You know what I'm saying? And her and Mr. Green was like best friends. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, from there it was like, yo, this kid need to stay here. This kid, don't let him leave New York City.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she was well off. She's still well off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about well off. Like, I ain't talking about no bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she was just like, nah, this is my son. And I've been her son ever since.
Do y'all still communicate?
Yeah, I mean, not as much as we should, but I make sure I text Happy Mother's Day, Happy Birthday, Merry Christmas, and all of that, for sure.
If you had the opportunity to look in the camera and talk to her, what would you like to say if you don't mind?
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Because not only did you change my life, you changed some of my friends' lives. You showed them things that they probably would have never seen, never experienced. So, I thank you.
Right? Can't
We
say no
flew
more.
private. I flew private. I'm talking about,
First time
y'all
private.
motherfuckers talking about flying G4, G5. Y'all pros. I'm flying private in high school. Yeah, gas me up. Yeah, I'm flying private.
So, in high school, you got the about miles a house. In high school, you was flying a private jet.
From Teterboro, absolutely. People don't understand. I've
they
been doing
call
this.
that the Clearport.
Whatever you want to call it. I was flying private as a junior in high school.
Wow.
Ken, thank you. Ken, thank you.
Big up the kid.
Ken, I'm flying private. Not just for basketball. If I want to go somewhere, I'm flying private. Me and who I want with me. This ain't economy. No.
So now I'm really getting to understand the psyche of young Lenny and how life was presented to him.
It happened overnight, bro. And that's what made me the animal or creature or whatever people portray me to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really the Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? And I did it at an early age, coming from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yeah, it got to me. Yeah, my ego got big. Yeah, I'm him. As the kids say now, I'm him. But I was really him. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving practice. I'm leaving school, going to practice at Bishop Lockland. I was leaving my practice, going to practice with Rice. And they allowing me to do these things. So it was like...
No one said no.
Nobody never turned me down, bro. If I had that one person that was like, no, you can't come in my school. You can't come in my practice. You can't. Just, no. Everybody welcomed me with open arms. So I took advantage of it.
What adult that really tried outside of Debbie, right? That you knew was there for your best interest, but you didn't take their advice. Like, is there any other people that you know tried to step in and now you look back at it and say, you know what, they was trying to do the right thing for me. And I know saying this, right, with adding this, it's hard to trust people when everybody wants something from you. So when the right people kind of step up, it's kind of hard to kind of listen to what they have to say to you.
To be 1,000% honest, my brother did. He tried. He tried his best. But Clue, and I'm going to tell you, Antoine Marchand, he was one.
Great
You know
guy,
what I'm saying?
man.
He was one.
My guy. Yeah.
He was one. But then I started rolling with Gavin. And I'm like, man, shit. And you going home when we leave in the school. Gav, like, yeah, we going to the club. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a couple people, man.
Gav was more closer to your age than
Yeah, but Gav was more so into what I was, you know what I mean, trying to live the lifestyle of.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
salute to Gav too.
nah, for sure, that's my brother.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's a couple people, man, honestly, that I wish I would have took their advice. But not knowing, like I said, my ego got to me. You know what I mean? And what I wanted to do, I was going to do. And nobody could deter me from that.
Who is Lenny Cooke now?
Oh my God, Lenny Cooke is a great husband, a great father. To some that think that I'm a great father, others that don't, fine too. I do my best. I'm just a humble guy, man, that just want to make a difference in this world, bro. That's it. I want to make a difference, and I want to make sure that my story get told the right way, so that our next generation don't have to go through what I went through. Word.
Do you see yourself and other kids, or have you met someone that you say, you know what, damn, if he don't listen now, he's gonna go down the same path I went down?
Word. I'm gonna give you a kid, man. What's my boy name? He bounced around school to school to school to school, and the kid's talented. I actually met him a couple years ago. Master P had brought me out to Georgia, and I met this kid.
We ain't gotta mention his name.
Nah, I want to mention his name.
Okay.
I want to mention his name. Dior Johnson.
Oh, yes.
Dior Johnson.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I just finished watching the story on him. Yeah.
Super talented. You hear me? And got close to his mom, talked to his mom all the time, man. And I just was like, yo, you are a split image of me. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish I could be there hands-on with you more. Pause. But, like, on a serious note, this kid was me. A little more athletic and everything, but the kid was talented, man, and he just bounced around. He was unstable, just like me, and didn't care. He didn't. All he knew was, I know how to play basketball. This is gonna get me what I want. But at the end of the road, it's not about what you want, man. It's about what you need for longevity. You know what I'm saying? And I think it hurt him a little bit by not listening.
He's at the University of Central Florida now with my guy Mikey Williams, right?
He's another kid.
And it's another kid that's there. I don't remember his name. Like, all three of them has been, you know, in some trouble, right?
For sure.
And now it's their story of redemption. Like, they have their last chance to get it right.
Get it right
this time.
But it's not. You're not gonna be able to make those mistakes no more, man. You're at an age now where it's not even a mistake, because you already know what you've done. So you can't keep doing the wrong things and thinking people going to give you a slap on the hand and say, yo, don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? You're an adult now. You know what I'm saying? People ain't going to keep taking care of you. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you got to get it right, not only for you, but people that's around you.
Man, this is deep. So I know y'all like looking at all the stuff that's behind us, man. Like, this is the Shadow Gallery. My guy Benny Blanco's place, man. This place is vintage, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got all the vintage games and action figures and toys from our childhood, from your childhood, and these stories, right? These stories, this is like vintage art, right? The stuff that you kind of telling the world right now, some things that people probably never even heard of before. And I don't want to get too deep into our part 3, right? But there's gonna be a part 3.
Nah, definitely. We got part 3 coming.
City.
We going to Atlantic City, baby.
Okay, before we even, I don't want to touch too much on it, but
we can.
How does Atlantic City plays a part in all of this story that, you know? And I don't want you to give away too much, because we got to go down there and we got to go talk to some people, right?
If it wasn't no Atlantic City, it would be no Leonard Cook. It wouldn't be no Leonard Cook.
Was you born in Atlantic
I
City?
was born in Atlantic City.
Now I'm getting it. Okay, because we sitting driving, we trying to put it together. Okay, was he here? Then went to Jersey, and then Jersey went to Atlantic City. Oh,
I was born in Atlantic City.
Mm.
I was born in Atlantic City, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And great place. You know what I'm saying? Atlantic City is only 48 blocks long.
So you're a legend in 2 states.
I'm a legend in the world. Let's not get that messed up.
That's my
But
man.
but you know what I'm saying? But my roots is Atlantic City, Virginia, and New York City.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I bounced around, but I also bounced around, like I said, my situation of being unstable came from my parents. I can't even say my parents. My father. My father was a big drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? So we bounced around. You know what I mean? My mom didn't want to, but we had to. You get what I'm saying? So, but he also, it goes back to, like I said earlier, he taught me how to be a man. You get what I'm saying? So, my stabilities, my mistakes, I had to check myself and own accountability for everything that I done, just like he did.
So I was speaking to the wife
Yes,
off camera, and you credit her for kind of saving your life,
absolutely.
right? And she kind of mentioned to me, she said, you know, in Jersey, they love you, and when you go out there, everybody comes out. She said, but when you come back to New York, you're celebrated,
It's a different,
right? What was that like for you? You know, and listening to your wife's advice about coming back to the city.
So, I mean, it's different, man. Like, it's a difference between, like you said, being loved and being celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I feel like shit be making me emotional when motherfuckers ask like shit like that. Like, because I feel like if I'd have stayed in Atlantic City, I would have never got, doors wouldn't have opened up. And I spoke about that on my post today. Like, one door may close because it's not that he don't want you to walk the path that you want to walk. It's how you walk that walk. You get what I'm saying? And I walked it in a bad way, but now I'm doing it in a right way. So now doors continue to open up. You get what I'm saying? And to me, it's just like, I love my people in Atlantic City. I love Atlantic City, but to be celebrated every single day that God allowed me to wake up, when I walk out that door and go to work or go to a park or go wherever I'm going, it's like, yo, you Lenny Cooke. And I didn't cherish that for a long time. I didn't witness that for a long time because I was selfish. Because of not being the person that everybody expected me to be. Mm-hmm. So I was selfish. When I say selfish, it was like, yo, I'm in a shell. And she brought me out of that shell, you know what I'm saying? And New York City brought me out of that shell. It's like, yo, you are somebody. My bro hit me earlier, Jeff, thank you. Because Jeff hit me today, like, yo, I tell you every day your worth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, bro, you one of the only ones. It's very few that tells me every day, like, yo, I'm proud of you. And he tells me all the time, Gary, brother, Jeff, he tells me all the time, I'm proud of you. She tells me, whether I mess up or not, yo, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And I can accept that now and be like, yo, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference.
There was a moment when I saw you were after Zone 6. I was with my guy Mark and his son Chase. And he told his son who you was. Mm-hmm. And his son remember because they watched the documentary together. And I was speaking to him this morning. We speak every day when I'm on my way to work. We on the
Appreciate
phone
you, big guy.
Yeah. And I told him, yo, we going to go to AC.
Yeah.
He said, when? Because I want to bring my son.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Real talk.
Let's do it.
He said, I want my son to kind of witness this, right? Because he wants to play the game.
Yeah.
You know, I need him to know about the New York City greats and just want to see how the people where you from celebrate you, right? And I thought that was big, right? For a man who, you know, who played ball, he played a house for Speedy and he teaches right now.
Yeah.
But for him to say, you know what, I want to take my son on a trip with y'all so he can go watch Lenny at his best.
And he gonna be right on my side with me the whole time, you know what I'm saying? I thank you, Pops, because it's moments like that when I go from here, bro, people can cherish those moments. You know what I'm saying? He's a kid. And he look up to Lenny Cooke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that means a lot to me. A lot of people may brush it off or whatever, but those are the moments that I live for every single day.
And I'm going to keep saying this, man. Like, I watch you from afar for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Probably since you came back.
Yeah.
And I watch your progression, right? And that smile you give when you're around kids and when people approach you. And I knew this would be the right time. Right.
Like I said, we talked about this numerous times, bro.
People just think these things just be happening like
we
this.
We talked about this numerous times.
Yeah,
man. And,
yeah.
I'm forever grateful, you know what I'm saying, for this. Because, like I said, you already had one of the best sit-downs with the Cook. You know what I mean? But like, to get off of that, like, yo, it's moments like that. Like, I just feel like that's my calling. I continue to say that. I want to change someone else's life. No matter how good or bad mine is, it's a million Lenny Cooke stories. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that don't want to show face because they're so embarrassed, which I've been there. You get what I'm saying? And not knowing that I live in a world where I can walk outside and I did Uber. I drove Uber. You know what I mean? I drive for FedEx. I drove for Amazon. I drove for beer companies. I did shit like that. And go to a person's door or a bar or something, and the person be like, "Yo, you Lenny Cooke." I might have just made that person day. Just being who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I live for those moments, and I cherish every single one of them. Because I am somebody. Whether I know it or not.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, that's what I live for. Not only my family and my kids, you know what I'm saying? My friends. But I walk outside and somebody walk up to me almost every single day and be like, yo, you Lenny Cooke.
It happened yesterday. It happened yesterday.
I live for those moments, bro. I cherish those moments.
One of the great things about EEP law is in our community partnerships, the relationships that we build with people who really care about our community, with people who hold high value in giving back, with people who are pillars in their community. Being said, EEP Law is a proud sponsor of Basketball Heads Podcast, the #1 basketball podcast in New York City.
When was the moment, right, when you get picked up by the Boston Celtics and you're in the NBA locker room? Like the first time you're in the NBA locker room. Yo, bro, let me tell you something. I just had a dream, even if I got cut, to be in the NBA locker room, put on the NBA socks for real, not just buying them. Like, this was one of my dreams. I don't care how long I was there. To be able to say I was in the NBA locker room, I could have said, you know what, I hang my hat up forever for basketball.
Yeah.
Right? Never even got that moment to even be thought about playing in the NBA. What was that moment like? Your first time in the NBA locker room?
I belong. That's how arrogant I was. Like, I'm here. Mind you, they had just drafted Marcus Banks from UNLV. You know what I'm saying? They got some dogs on this summer league roster. But I'm him. I'm here. I drove down in the 745. I drove down on the mint green 745. Everybody flying in. I drove down from New York to Boston. Mint green 745. 22s on the front, 24s on the back. Offset. Bad. My wife right there. But I got a bad bitch with me. She stayed with me the whole summer league. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm him. I'm outside. I partied every night. I went out every night. I performed well the next day. But I belong there. I belong there. You know what I mean? So, getting in that locker room, I'm going to tell you the illest shit ever, though. When they say, yo, you got to take a cold plunge. I'm not getting in that fucking ice.
Oh, yes, the ice.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
no,
yes.
I'm not.
The ice
and
bag.
I love shit. Tell you, I love it being cold. I'm not getting in that ice, bro. It takes the kinks away. No, I know how to go home and ice my ankles, and you know what I'm saying. But being in that locker room at game time, every day, me and Marcus Banks. I got to talk about it because Marcus Banks, when he got drafted, he was drafted to the Celtics. He was like, yo, I'm going to make sure you get the ball in the right spots every time. He did that. I got to give him his flowers. He did that as the point guard for that team in Summer League.
So, even as a pro, playing for the Boston Celtics, you were still refusing team protocol.
Let me tell you something. I had the biggest name on that fucking roster for Summer League. It was kids that was guaranteed. I had the biggest name. It's me. I'm here. I'm going to tell you. Antoine Walker made me a believer.
Tell me about that.
Antoine Walker came into practice one day. Oh, you the motherfucker from New York. I'm scorching him. Next day, I ain't getting that one bucket in practice. Hell, you ain't what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just letting me shine. He's one that made me a believer. Like, nah, this ain't high school, bro. This ain't that.
So it's levels.
It's different levels, bro. And he showed me that. Antoine Walker showed me that. Didn't get the workout with Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? But Antoine Walker came in that gym like, yo, you think you ready? And I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was. He showed me otherwise. Not even just on the court, like mentally. Like, he showed me a lot. A lot. Him, Jeff McGinnis, when I was in Portland, Zach Randolph. Like, it's a lot of guys that off the court shit was like, yo, let's have a conversation. That's where it started. Like, let's see how you are mentally. You know what I'm saying? And God bless his soul, man, one of the best ever. Kobe, I ain't understand what he said to me at ABCD till I was 37. I'm 42. You get what I'm saying?
Flashback, because some people might not even know what happened. All right, let us know what happened at ABCD.
When I'm sitting front row just like this, and I asked him, when you gonna play me? I stopped the whole lecture. He was doing a lecture. Yo, man, look, I don't want to hear you for 2 hours. When are we gonna play one-on-one? And he told me, I'll beat you in various ways. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about at that time. Well, as I got older, after all my mistakes, He was telling me, man, you is not ready for me mentally or physically. And I'll play you when you get to the league. And I never made it there. Those was his exact words. Words.
Did you, outside of that, did you ever meet or talk to Kobe?
No, yeah. I spoke to Kobe a lot. You know what I mean? Because his father, Jelly Bean Bryant, his father was trying to get me, like I was saying, he wanted me. He tried, pause, no Diddy, whatever the fuck. But he was trying to take me in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my parents didn't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So I went with Debbie. But he was trying to get guardianship of me as well.
Wow.
And don't get me wrong, it was another family. I'm not sure if you know about Brian Stiff.
Yeah, I actually played against Brown when he was in Virginia.
Brian Stiff is from Brunswick, which is 5 minutes from my hometown in Emporia.
Gotcha.
So his parents also tried to, you know what I mean, get guardianship of me and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Brian Stiff was part of that trade when LeBron got drafted to Cleveland. People don't know that. You get what I'm saying? So I had people, man, that was, I think that now, older, not playing and all of that, looking back, really wanted the best for me. I just was mentally not ready.
You know they say God sent you angels, right? In the form of people, right?
Absolutely.
I once heard the story about this man who blamed God for him dying. There was a flood, and he was on the top of his roof praying to God, and boat came by. He was like, "Yo, come on, get in." He's like, "Nah, I'm good. God got me." Right? Helicopter came by. He was like, "Nah, I'm good. God got me." Plane came by. He said, "Nah, I'm good. God got me." Drowns go to heaven. This is a good man. Meets God. It's like, "God, what happened? I prayed to you." Right? You said pray to you, good things happen. He said, "Son, since your boat, since your helicopter, since your plane."
Since everything that you needed. God still got me though.
Nah, for sure. Cause yo, bro, like I told you, this is the redemption story, right? Cause it could have went the other way.
Absolutely.
Right? We talked about your times of period of being homeless. We could be still asking, where's Lenny Cooke? But we know where Lenny Cooke is because he's right here.
It's so crazy, man. People used to call me, right? Denton, I'm gonna say his name. One of my best friends, Dan Foster. Come to New York, bro. Come to New York. This is when I was in Virginia, before I even went back to Atlantic City. Come to New York, bro. They miss you, they need you, they need to see your face. I'm like, hell no, I can't deal with that pressure. I couldn't deal with it, bro. I couldn't deal with it. The embarrassment. I don't know if motherfucker gonna laugh at me, like, you didn't make it, like, you know what I'm saying? New York is a hell of a place to live in.
Yeah.
One of the hardest places to live in.
You can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere. Guess what? I'm back, bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere. Word.
If y'all don't know, this is the funniest motherfucker on the planet. Listen, get to know Lenny Cooke the person. Don't worry about what you've been seeing online and what you've been reading about. Get to know the brother, man, because it's way more than what you see and what you heard, right? Get to know the person. Let's talk some more basketball, man.
Let's do it.
Right? IS-8.
Oh,
right?
man.
I heard some special things went down to IS-8, man. Like, what can you tell me about IS-8 and some of the craziest things you did there? Because, you know, IS-8 is a legendary tournament.
I was about to say that. Legendary. Shout out to, what's his name that run that tournament? Nate.
No, that's not Nate Blue. You talking about No, hold on, because we're going to run back and say this. Pete.
Pete
Edwards.
Pete Edwards. Pete Edwards. Shout out to Pete Edwards. Absolutely.
Facts.
You're absolutely right.
Pete, now, let me give you a little story. Pete Edwards' name in the streets was, they called him, called the Bar Pope, but they called him Secret Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Pearl used to battle.
Pearl,
back
yeah,
in
I heard.
the day. He was a little bit older than Pearl. He used to actually be in the backcourt with Kurt Sumter's dad. Kurt Sumter's dad was
nice. I heard.
A pro.
I heard.
They ran the table in Pro-Am for about 5 years straight, like winning every tournament, right?
Yeah.
So Pete Edwards gets his props.
Nah, for
on
sure,
and
man.
off the court.
Pete,
but
thank you for always showing love.
facts.
Thank you.
But IS-8.
IS-8, man, I had my run. Pete Edwards, you know it. I broke Lamar Odom's scoring record in IS-8. He was the leading single game scorer.
What was that?
It was like 58 he had. I finished with like 63, 64. So they had it in the school on the little joint, like, you know, when you walk in the school,
Right.
glass shit. So,
Threes, dunks, everything. What was you doing? 63?
I couldn't shoot the three back then for real. I was just dominant. You know what I mean? Offensive putbacks, scoring, mid-range, free throw. Most free throws because niggas gonna foul me because I'm going down there, pause.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, IS-8 we had our times, bro. That's where, like, Charlie Villanueva, I bust his ass in IS-8. Julius Hodge got that work in IS-8. That's where I really found out, like, Julius Hodge, when I was telling you last night.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Hodge was, like, never backing down. He
was so smooth with it.
He reminded me of, like a penny. You know what I'm saying? Long arms. You know what I'm saying? But now IS-8, man, on what's that? Murdoch? What's that? Merritt Boulevard.
And 108, right? Right around the corner, junior high school. Classic tournament, been around since the 70s, I heard.
One of the greatest high school tournaments in the world.
Yes.
In the world. If you didn't play there, you're nobody. Even LeBron stepped in that gym.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I had my share of times in there. And
some memorable moments.
Fuck shit up at ISA, bro. A lot of nights, man.
Right.
And it was so crazy because I used to make sure that I tell either Gary, Charles, or Debbie, if I'm not playing a main event game, I'm not showing up.
Mm.
I'm in high school. I'm a child. You allow me to say that to you? If I'm not playing the main event game, I'm not showing up. But I meant it though.
And
I wouldn't. Sure. And if they didn't, if it was an early morning game, I wasn't going. Because I hung out the night before.
Yo, I don't go to no games that's 9 or 10 o'clock, bro. 11 o'clock. If it's not 12 o'clock or better.
Put me at the 4, 5, 6. I'll be there.
I'll probably get there like about 12, 1. But 9, 10. I'm talking about me right now covering basketball.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it a buck.
Ain't no need. And we might be missing out, though.
Yeah, but I'll catch them next time. That's
when
that's
it's 12-1.
Man, I get up 5:30 every morning and go to work. I need my weekends to sleep in a little bit. Jokim Noah, man.
Oh,
Let's talk about Jokim, man, because
that's crazy.
Me watching the documentary and seeing how he revered you so much and still loved you, right? Like, you know, and he was one that didn't switch up, bro. Like, you know, we like Melo still keeps it real with you. Like all those guys.
These are guys that, like, all right. So let me tell you like this first before I jump into that, right?
Okay.
I feel like basketball is a brotherhood,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people go to college, join a fraternity or join a sorority or whatever. Like, basketball is that. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And some guys join, some guys don't. You know what I'm saying? And Carmelo Anthony, he's part of the brotherhood. Jokim Noah is part of the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? But I had Jokim Noah 12, 13, 14, 15 years old following me. You know what I'm saying? And the praises he give me as a fucking defensive player of the year, a 2-time national champion, just to me a Hall of Famer at heart. You get what I'm saying? I don't have the words to explain like what he mean to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the executive producer of that bullshit Lenny Cooke documentary. He made sure my story got told. But just as starting from a kid, bro, he just always been a fan of Lenny Cooke. And I believe, like, to go back to how we talk about changing lives, I changed his life as a basketball player or as a person, because he was already rich. Parents was rich. He didn't need me nor Debbie. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to be around basketball. You know what I'm saying? And when that motherfucker went to Florida, he grew his junior, senior year. He grew, pause. Like, this motherfucker grew 9 inches, 10 inches. You know what I'm saying?
Super Paul.
Super duper pause. But, yo, I remember times a person would come up and ask him, like, yo, LeBron, not saying that he hated LeBron, but the genuine love that he had for me. I ain't gonna say had, because he still do. We talk on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, but the most memorable moment as him being a pro, the interview when he did in the locker room, he was like, yo, Lenny was my Bible. And he never read the Bible, bro. He said, Lenny was my Bible to do what's right. I'm like, damn, I meant that much to you, bro, and I thank you. I thank you, Joe. You know the vibes. Like, you know the love is real, but you deserve what you got. You know what I mean? The Knicks had to pay you all that bread when you left. You know what I'm saying? You retired. You know what I'm saying? You're a defensive player of the year. You been a dog. You was a dog when we were slapping you around with pizza. Like, you been a dog. You been around the real. You know what I'm saying? And you deserve it, bro. I'm going to give you your flowers. That's my bro. That's my little bro.
That's dope.
Cut that ponytail. Never going to happen, but I love you, Joe.
Salute. Word up. What about that documentary that you don't like? Like, I don't think it's one of your favorite things.
It's not that I don't like it, man. It was just, it's the simple fact that I was done wrong. It's not that I don't like the documentary, because it's definitely a platform that put me out there. You get what I'm saying? And they use it as a cautionary tale. You get what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that I don't like the documentary. I just don't like how I was treated and how I was done. Because I feel like not only me, but my kids should get residuals off of that forever. Because it still shows and it still plays to this day. You get what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that I don't like the documentary, because that's what started me sharing my story. You get what I'm saying? So it's not about me not liking it. It's just the point that I don't like how I was done or treated. And y'all lied to me about me being there when it was edited, and what I want in it and what I don't want in it, and you know what I'm saying? So that's what that's the shit that I don't like.
Man.
But shout out to you guys too, man, because I thank y'all for putting it out there, but I just don't like how y'all did me, and I don't give a fuck if you don't like what I'm saying or not.
Straight raw, unfiltered. What's the plan for Lenny Cooke now? Like, I know you got the new position at Nazareth High School.
Oh man, shout out to Nazareth High School, Gary Irvin, Coach Mike. Shout out to my kids that's at Nazareth, man. Shout out to the whole Brooklyn community that's repping Nazareth, man.
Nice.
I just want to be an assistant coach that's going to make sure that these kids do right by them, by themselves, you know what I mean, of themselves, and be the person that you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Told you yesterday, man, my goal is to have the number one a New York Times bestseller, the Lenny Cooke book. You know what I'm saying?
Are you working on it right now?
It been in play. Okay. I had numerous contracts, but they wasn't right.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So I've talked to a lot of people about it, and it wasn't the right situation for me. But it's coming for sure. Pause. I just, like you said earlier, get to know me, man. I'm a dope ass person outside of basketball. I'm probably the best chef you'll ever meet.
Like, I heard that, like, and it's so crazy because I didn't want to believe it because I'm just like, yo, for real, like, this dude's a chef? All right, cool. And I guess it was around the time when I wasn't really diving deep into ball pause. During that time, how did you get into becoming a chef?
So,
and what made you, like, I don't know.
So my first job overseas was playing in the Philippines. I played in Manila for this team called Pure Food Hot Dogs, right?
Pause on that.
So it was Thanksgiving time here. You know what I mean? The time is different. But my team never had a Thanksgiving dinner. So I would call my grandmother and my mom. How do you make this? How do you do this? I made my whole team, staff, everything Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody, cheerleaders, people that work on your body, pause, coaches, players, the whole team, Thanksgiving dinner. By calling my mom and my grandma, God bless her soul, how I make this, how I do this, how I do that, how I do that. And ever since, I just love to cook, bro.
So you was on the phone, just like...
Waking them up, mind you, my time is different.
Right.
It's a 14-hour time difference. And they was right there, look, add this. I'd be like, man, the gravy watery, add flour. Like, word. And ever since then, it's been a passion.
Damn. Like, knowing the kind of person that not only thinks about themselves, but thinks of others, and put themselves in a position to make people happy and put smiles on people's faces. Because, you know, food does that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what culture you come from. The fact that you was able to do that and took a risk, because it could have turned out.
It could have been bad.
It
could have been ugly.
It could have been bad. You could have put raisins in the macaroni salad. You know
I mean,
like, for real, bro.
It could have been bad. It could have been bad, man. But, like, I was taught well.
Right.
That goes back to growing up. I was raised right. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, man, I just love to cook, bro. I love to cook. I'm going to have my own cookbook one day, too. Like, it ain't just going to be a story of Lenny Cooke. Like, it's a lot of shit that go on up here.
So I'm going to give you an idea, too, right? But you can go left and do the YouTube channel. You cooking.
A lot of people been trying to tell me that.
It'll take off.
A lot of people been trying to tell me
It'll
that.
it'll be
recording while I'm cooking.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know people who...
I cook every day, bro.
Listen, it'll go out of here.
And my shit good.
Pause.
No, that ain't no pause.
You can keep talking.
That ain't no pause.
You can keep talking spicy, to be fair. Like, your wife is right.
That ain't no pause. You gotta taste it.
All right.
Yeah, how about that?
God.
Yeah.
God, that's it.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes